Hello. I would just like to thank everyone here for coming. It's really quite emotional seeing so many people that care about us. It's brilliant. From all over Europe, you've all come. But most of all, I'd like to thank this man. There we go. Most of all, I'd like to thank this beautiful woman here for making me the happiest man in the world right now. I don't know what to say. Don't girl, don't. Thank you. Okay. So, everyone. Thank you very much. We love you all. We've got a tradition in England where the best man stands up and he says lots of complimentary things about the groom. So I'm going to allow him to do this now. Danny.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just about to surprise you with the speech you just read. I believe that it's not so much a tradition in Hungary to have a best man speech, which is fortunate for me, as I don't have to humiliate myself or Jane for very long. And this also means there are no expectations for me to live up to. So in view of the facts, I will keep this brief and succinct, only 10 pages long. Please do bear with me for the first ever best man speech that I've made. So please, keep in mind my first time nerves and potential stage fright. Very poor jokes and my not speaking Hungarian, something that I particularly apologise for. I'm very happy to be here in your wonderful country and in your beautiful city of Budapest, and I only wish that I was able to speak your language with you. Although perhaps for you who do not speak English, this is a blessing in disguise, as you will be spared my speech, and I'm sure the translation is much better. It's wonderful to be present here today to see two people very, very happy. And I'm very happy to be sat here in this privileged position at the table on this fine and glorious wedding feast. But before I undertake the customary duty of giving James a toasting, it's part of the official duty of the best man to thank all the people who have helped to make this wedding today, for having them play a part in this really special day. I have to say an excellent job has been done by all, and a heartfelt thank you to each and every one. Compliments to the bride, who I'm sure you will agree looks stunning today. James just looks stunned on the other hand. So, James, my old mate, you and Kate have finally got wed. Not a rush job, not a shotgun one, but out of deep and sincere love for one another, you finally got married. For better or for worse, which is quite appropriate, James, because you couldn't have done any better. And Kate, you couldn't have done any worse. To introduce myself, my name is Danny, and I am formerly the best man for the occasion. Just what have I done to be bestowed with this honour? I asked myself. Who dropped out at the last minute? How have I been privileged in front of those great friends of yours, Roger Dyer? Just as well you never had Giuseppe's number. Or Dave Paul's. Surprised you never had that one, mate. Harry would have liked to give you a good roast. Still, I couldn't turn down an old friend and lose out on a wonderful opportunity to have a few days off work and come to Budapest for the weekend. And so I'm really glad that I came to Budapest. It's a long way, and we've come a long way, mate. When I first knew you, James, you had a big mop of curly hair. You had hair. It was long ago. Long, long ago. Back in 1978, I reckon. A long time ago. And you... well, 1978 is a long time ago. That's the point I'm kind of putting across. And you've had hair since then as well. And you've been here ever since, save the odd year or so. The whole distance, since about 1978. Not a Facebook friend. A friend. For quite some time, mate. So when James asked me to fulfil this esteemed duty, ahead of good pals, Hartley, Giuseppe and Dave Bob, I was genuinely touched that you should bestow me with this privileged position, to have to write a speech and then find the nerve to read it out in front of a crowd of people, to fulfil the best man duties of getting you drunk on your stag night. I know how much help you didn't need with that, and how much help I would have once given you, to help you prepare and dress, although I'm not admitting to that pink gear, mate. I would like to state quite clearly, right here and now, I had nothing to do with that pink stuff. Are you sure you haven't got Dave Paul's number? My main duty here today is to give you a bit of an introduction to the Grunt, relating tales about his crazy swashbuckling adventures as a young man, his run-ins with the law, and his marathon drinking sessions in pubs and bars. I should introduce the kind influence the bride has had on our handsome groom here, as she struggled to tame a man whose approach to life combined ape-like urges with ape-like responses. After many wasted years of dreaming, of drinking, of getting involved in all sorts of scrapes and mishaps, our young hero here started off to take some responsibility in life and embarked on a career as a humble yet proud baker, making good dough and spending it just as quickly. James toiled away hard at the bakers and eventually worked his way out of the dough business and into the dole business, concentrating on his flourishing career as a fully fledged alcoholic. As a young man, our hero here was not without ambition and soon moved on to Job Club. He changed his name to Mickey Love and had a very good working relationship with the careers advisor at the time named Pauline. Hey, Mickey Love? He joined the ranks of Enfield's finest unemployed bakers, Kurt Baldwin, Paul Edwards, and Vito Sauce. But he tirelessly worked away at Job Club as the dreams of bakery finesse faded into the big oven in the sky. These were tough times post-recession, mid-1990s, but the young Jims here took on a career change and moved into LXL Logistics, where he caught the eye and interest of all the young fillies. Dear Flossie being a long and distant memory. Our young buck here was back with a purpose and a mission, and then one fine day, across the coat rails of £9.99 Marks and Spencer's shirts, the eyes of the young lovers met. And the sound of harps and of Eros' bow arching could be heard all around, except by our intrepid hero. For the next short while, our beautiful young maiden, whose interest in our handsome prince had been sparked, made herself available to our hero's attentions, waiting for this Prince Charming to whip her off to the Isaac for a swift dart. And then eventually, under the dim romantic neon lights of LXL Logistics warehouse, he asked the young maiden out on the phone and she said yes. I recall very well those early days of tremulous hearts, of waiting for return text messages and of love developing. I remember James having to see off all young Turks of all kinds and other admirers, and our young hero here acted courageously, bravely, and with honour as he won the girl, rescuing her from Golders Green and bringing her to his kingdom of Pond's End, where love has flourished and their relationship has ever blossomed. After a while of courting, our chivalrous would-be groom here decided that he would ask this fair maiden's hand, as legend has it. He whisked her off to the Isaac Walton, and in the privacy of the car park, under the fluorescent orange streetlights of Green Street, got down on one knee, red rose in mouth, and romantically, with Charles and Eddie playing on in the jukebox in the background, proposed marriage. To which our blushing bride gave the man from Belmonte an answer. She said yes. And here we find ourselves assembled to celebrate this blessed occasion. Even though this might sound a lot like a modern adaptation